Hello there. Just another INFJ ramble. I wanted to touch really quickly on what I think INFJs find attractive in a person. And I feel like it doesn't need to be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be, in a person in general. I feel like we find someone that has a interesting mind and beautiful heart attractive. And I can't say that that applies to all INFJs, but for this INFJ, those are two traits that I definitely find attractive. Um, and then I started thinking about like the relationships that we attract into our experience. And I think most people, when they're looking for like a partner in life, they're looking for someone to complete them. They're looking for compatibility. They're looking for um, someone to make them feel safe and possibly even understood. Hard to come across people with those qualities. But like most of the people that I've encountered, they're looking for someone who's very similar to them. And for me, I need contrast. I think there's a couple reasons why I think like I need contrast. If I were to be with someone who is similar to me, similar to my disposition, I don't know that I would have opportunities to grow and improve myself. You know what I mean? Because it would, I mean, if you were with someone who was like you, I mean, thought like you, felt like you, saw the world the way you did, yeah, that's great. But then they can't really help you open yourself up to different angles, and then you limit your ability for self expansion. You know what I mean? And I think that's why we encounter an array of different personalities. It's for the contrast so that we can kind of like explore different aspects of life that we never we couldn't access on our own. We have to do it through people, you know. So me and my partner are completely opposites. Completely. Like he's like totally like in the box, very traditional, very conformist, very by the rules, very afraid and worried of what people think, you know. To some extent I'm a little concerned about how people see me, but not really, you know. Like this is what and who I am, and this is what you get, and if you like it, cool. If you don't, then that's cool too. Like I have no problem moving it along, you know. Um but and I'm the opposite, you know. Kind of like do my own thing, march to the beat of my own drummer. Um I feel like I'm fearless. I feel like I push boundaries. I try to like experiment a lot to see what works, what doesn't work, whereas most people are too afraid to even try me because they're like so concerned about repercussions. Obviously, if I see a situation and I can see um, potential outcomes that could be detrimental or create harmful situations for myself or others, I'm not going to participate in it. But as far as like expanding my mind and my heart and exploring my soul, I'm all for that. And I think those are aspects of being that 80 to 90% of the population are afraid to explore, you know? And in relation to my previous video, it that's why, a lot of people are surface dwelling. I think people who explore the vast regions of the mind and the emotions, and the heart and the intuition are fearless. They have the courage to explore aspects and regions of themselves that are unknown and can be scary at times, but they still muster the courage to explore and push through. You know what I mean? So yeah, I even like on the subject of like, I don't know, I've come across forums or websites where, people ask like, would INFJ and INFJ be the ideal match? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, there's like no limitations on anything. I think no matter your personality type, you could make it work if both parties were willing to put in the work. But yeah, I think, like, again, like what I find very attractive is a very interesting mind, an expansive mind, and a beautiful heart, and somebody who is, in touch with their soul, their essence, someone who emanates that. I find that very, um, how do I say? I don't know the word. Attractive, yes, but there's another word and I just can't think of it right now. Um, yeah, and then like most of my life, a lot of people that I knew were looking for people again who would complete them. And I think you all know somebody can't complete you. You have to complete yourself. You have to be whole in yourself. And your partner, you want to push them to strive towards that as well. And then together you have two holistic human beings coming together to explore and experiment and create reality. You know what I mean? No, but going back to like for most of my life, I've seen people like trying to find someone to complete them, and they kind of lose themselves in the other person instead of um, holding on to their identity or their individualism, and then allowing the other person to be their own individual, and then just kind of respecting the differences and still working towards creating something together. You know what I mean? um, I know a lot of those couples would share the same circle of friends, um, very family oriented, just sharing a lot of that stuff together. Me and my partner don't. I have my own complete set of friends. He has his own complete set of friends. He has his own hobbies. I have my own hobbies. Um, my own interests. He has his own interests, and they're completely different. And in the beginning, it was kind of hard to like create something that was complementary. You know, there's a lot of friction because of the huge contrast and difference, but 25 years later, and we've figured out how to make it work. But we had to put in work, and that's what relationships are. It's work. It's two people working together, or a number of people working together, to create a real relationship. A lot of relationships aren't even real. They're based off of a lot of bullshit, to be honest. It's hard to find real people having real relationships. And for me, like I'm pretty real, so a lot of the people I encounter are still kind of like navigating or like functioning from a very illusory place. And a lot of people are fake. They're hiding a lot of insecurities and stuff, and it's hard to be real with someone who doesn't want to be real with you. And in that case, how can you have a relationship? You can't. Anyhow, there's more I want to say, but I'm getting tired. I got to get ready for to board a plane, so I'm going to end it. Blessings to one and all, the big and small, the seen and unseen, everything, everyone, everywhere. Amen.